Preparation of vermicompost. Because one important product of the earthworm is the vermicompost. The benefit, the utility of the vermicompost is that it is a good fertilizer. So you sometimes heard about earthworm compost. So that is the same thing is the vermicompost. So here we will be going through what are the main steps which are involved in preparing a vermicompost or simply an earthworm compost. So to begin with, there are number of steps are involved, and the first step is we have to select what type of earthworm species that we are going to introduce in this earthworm compost preparation. And normally there are different types of earthworm which we have studied. I think in your first class itself you might have studied about the three different type of earthworms. One is Icenia fetida, then Baryonyx excavatus, and Eudrilus eugenia. These are the three common species of earthworm which are commonly present in our area. I will show you some of the pictures of this one. This is the type of earthworm which we call by name Icenia foetida or Icenia fetida, and it is a very common type of earthworm. Similarly, Baryonyx excavatus and Eudrilus eugenia are also common. And advantage of these, there are thousands of species of earthworm in India. But what is the advantage of these three common species is that they breed very fast and they also feed on the organic matter very fastly. So that is the advantage of using these three species, because their multiplication rate is very high and their feeding rate is also high. So more amount of vermicompost will be produced by these three species. Now we have to understand what are the base materials which are required for earthworm compost preparation. Basically, we are using agricultural remains or agricultural residues will be there. Residues means whatever are the remains of agricultural activity. For example, after cutting a banana, the remaining trunk is a waste. So such things are all the crop residues. Then leaves of the trees, then cow dung or animal dung. These are the three common base materials which we use in the preparation of earthworm compost. And in addition, we can also use sugar cane trash, the stem of the sugar cane and the leaves of the sugar cane. Then weed head cuttings, when we are removing the weed plants, that can be used as a base material for earthworm compost preparation. Then sawdust from wood, coir waste, then paddy husk, cattle dung, then effluent slurry from a because if you have a biogas plant at home, at the bottom of the biogas there will be a lot of thick muddy like material will be there, that is known as a slurry. Then excreta or the droppings of horse, pig or domestic animals, all these will be used as a base material for earthworm compost preparation. Then we can also use city garbage, organic garbage, and so these are the normal waste materials that we are using in the preparation of an earthworm compost. Here you can see the different type of containers that we are using. This is one type of container. There are different types of containers are there. I will show you some the pictures of some other containers. See here you can see that there are different types. So this is one type, this is another type, this is the another type. So any plastic container or a wooden container or a metallic container can be used in the, see here you can see this is a very simple method of earthworm compost preparation. See these are all earthworm compost. So there are different types of containers are available. This is a very simple small type of container. So earthworm culture should be done under the shelter to avoid direct sunlight and heavy downpour. Downpour means rain. So if you keep this earthworm under a open sun, because of too much sunlight and temperature, earthworm die. They are moist loving animals. So they need some shade, so they won't be able to survive easily under open sun for a long period of time. Then if there is too much rain also, it should be protected from rainwater. So either brick lined pits, then plastic tubs like this, wooden boxes, then earthen pot will be used, or even surface of the soil. There is nothing can, even if there is nothing, you can simply put earthworm like earthworm compost preparation like this, just by digging some soil and making it a heap. We can prepare earthworm compost. So normally the size of the container should be 1 meter into 1 meter into point C. This is the 1 meter height, 1 meter width, and then and point 3 1 meter height, and that will be the size of the earthworm container usually. The thickness of the container may be mentioned here. So in case of the pit or heap method, dimension and may be changed according to your convenience. So depth of the pit or height of the pit should not be more than 45. That is an important thing. So whatever materials we are using, this height should not be more than 45 centimeter. That means 1.5 feet. If it is more than 1.5 feet or 45 centimeter, this because earthworm mixing process, movement of earthworm, all these will be affected, and a very little quantity of vermicompost will be produced at the end. Here you can see that the same thing that is being done. Now there is another important step in this earthworm compost preparation. That is preparation of the bottom bed. Step-by-step method of preparation has been followed. The first step is that select a container or dig a pit of appropriate dimension. So either you can dig a pit like this, or we can select a container like this. And so that is the first step. Then second step, make a bed of 10 centimeter height. The height of the bed should be minimum 10 centimeter. Using any material, base materials. Now what are the base materials that we can use? We can use coir waste, any organic waste, any agricultural waste can be used. Then give a layer of soil on it. So after that we can make after this we can put a layer of soil above that. Then I will show you that. See, I think this picture will be was one picture earlier. I think this picture will show you somewhat. Yeah, you will take this one. This seems better. Okay. So that coming to the different layers, I will show you these different layers. So these are the different layers that will be present in any earthworm pit compressor. Here you can find the different type of layers which are present in an earth. So There will be a bottom layer will be there, that here you can see that is the base layer. Above that we will be putting some a layer of soil will be there. Then third step is mix the organic waste with the cattle dung in equal quantity and pour appropriate quantity of water over it, so to make a homogeneous. That is the third layer. That is the third. So first layer is the layer of base material. Base material means normally agricultural waste. Above that we will be putting a layer of soil, and above that again we will be introducing the organic waste along with this organic waste along with some earthworms are also there. So this is the upper third layer or uppermost layer. You can see that, and this will be kept for a period of for around 45 days. And during this 45 days we have to mix this organic waste several times, because mixing will be helping in the movement of earthworm and also better conversion of the organic waste into the vermicompost. So these are how the preparation of the bed will be conducted. Then you can see that going to the fourth step, we are introducing the earthworm. And how much earthworm? That is around 2000 worms should be needed for a preparation of 400 kilogram of feed mix. So that is an idea. If 400 kilograms of mixture is there, we have to introduce up to 2000. Then this should be spread in a uniform manner. Then we can also introduce some neem cake, because neem cake has a beneficial effect on the growth of worms. And other advantage of neem cake is that it will prevent the growth of many parasites and also insects, because neem cake is an insecticide. Then we will be covering it with a gunny cloth, because this is the material. We can cover it with a gunny, means chalk. That is the meaning of the gunny cloth. Then we will be pouring water or sprinkling water periodically. Then the worms feed actively on the organic matter and assimilate only 5 to 10%. So advantage of earthworm is that even if earthworm is feeding a lot of organic waste, only 5 to 10% of the organic waste is actually absorbed by the earthworm. And 90% will be eliminated as earthworm cast. This cast is what we constitute the vermicompost. And the worms will convert the feed mix into vermicompost in around 60 days. So normally 45 to 50 days, we can see that the entire organic waste will be converted into a vermicompost. So this is how the vermicompost preparation is normally conducted. Here also you can see that what are the important precautions that we have to keep in your mind. While, for example, moisture level. Earthworm is a moist loving animal. So even though the amount of water present should not be more than 50%. That is an important thing. Then temperature is also an important thing. It should be within the range of 20 to 30 degree. Too much heat is harmful for the growth of earthworm. Then should not, then why? Because when we are handling the earthworm, we may be using some metallic instrument that should not kill the earthworm. Then the bed should be protected from red ants, white ants, and because different type of parasitic insects may attack these earthworm. Sometimes this is one important problem we face when we are putting vermicompost. Most of the time, most of the earthworm will be destroyed by the red ants. So frequent observation of the culture bed is essential, as accumulation and cast retard growth of worms. That is also an important thing. Then minimum space required is 2 square meter per 200. That how much space is needed. If 2000 worms are there, we should allow a space of 2 square meter with a 30 to 40 centimeter thickness for the bed. Earthworm find it difficult to adopt themselves in new environment, and addition of inoculum as a bait for earlier habitat helps in that. Because one advantage is that when we are introducing earthworm, we should also introduce some soil, some amount of soil from which we have taken those earthworms, so that it will be easier for earthworm to adjust with the new environment. Then what are the tips? For example, mixture of cattle, sheep will be ideal. Neem cake is very good. Bioslurry aged aerobically for 15 days enhance the vermicompost preparation process. These are some of the techniques these farmers are using while making this earthworm compost. So these are the various steps which are involved in earthworm compost preparation. Now we will see one video